Let's go ahead and talk about CrossFit first. CrossFit is a very, very popular exercise method, and I say it's an exercise method because main site CrossFit is not training. Main site CrossFit is extremely vigorous, high-intensity exercising, right? Because it is not programmed. It is intentionally kept random because the thinking is that random is better. Random is better only if you do not know specifically what physiologic adaptation you want to try to achieve. All right? And the vast majority of the most important physiologic adaptations that you can achieve are strength oriented. Strength training is the best adaptation. But if you only squat 5 sets of 5 or whatever they have at random, perhaps only once in 3 weeks or once in 6 weeks, doesn't, changes all the time. You're not training for strength in the squat. You're exposing yourself to random hard things. And if those random hard things are also skill dependent, like snatches, like 30 snatches with 60 kilos for time, that depend on you being able to snatch the thing correctly, then you're going to have to be strong enough to snatch it that many times, and you're going to have to be good enough at snatching it to do it 30 times without hurting yourself. But if you don't train for strength and you don't practice the snatch, then you are essentially doing a performance with no preparation. And this is a problem. This is a problem. Now, CrossFit as a whole, I've been critical of for years. I was involved with CrossFit from 2006 until the last month of 2009. I know what goes on at CrossFit, and Greg Glassman and I are still friends. But I disagree with their training methods and the ways in which they motivate people are terribly, terribly effective, and sometimes that gets everybody in trouble. If you're terribly effective to perform in the absence of training or practice, you can see that might present an injury risk. Okay? CrossFit on the whole, though, I think has been one of the best things that's ever happened to the exercise industry, especially the end of it that we occupy, because CrossFit has put more barbells in more people's hands than anything in the history of the human race. There is no doubt that CrossFit has benefited both Olympic weightlifting and barbell training. As recently as 15 years ago, in the entire city of Dallas, Texas, there was one place to do the Olympic lifts in an organized setting, and that was a guy's garage. Okay, back in the early 2000s, Tom Witherspoon was holding down the fort for the Olympic lifts. Now there are countless places down there with bumper plates and platforms and good bars for you to snatch and clean and jerk.